up, guys? Welcome. It's Monday. It's about 6:13 my time here in Michigan. Today we are going to be unboxing and reviewing the Böker Plus sub Kalishnakov Cleaver automatic knife, and I'm going to be including in it in this video my EDC setup. I don't carry everything all the time, and obviously some things would be redundant, but you know, for certain days in my week or month or whatever, all of these things may go with me, whether all in my pants or my coat or whatever. Right now the elastic band khaki joggers I'm wearing don't allow for much of that, but if I were to get the cargo ones or cargo shorts or jeans, I'd have a little bit more of a more room for that. So I already opened the package, but I'm just going to show you guys. This knife came from bladeops.com. They actually have a lot of knives. There's a lot of knives you'd see in stores. I mean, I think they have pretty good deals from what I can tell. There are really expensive knives. This knife specifically was only available on Blade Ops, and believe me, I looked on Amazon, eBay, nowhere else had it. So it came USPS, and it came rather quickly. I got free priority shipping by giving them my email address, and then I did set up an actual account after the fact, but this was ordered for me by my girlfriend as part of my birthday present. You guys already saw the mouse and keyboard combo. That was the other half. So came in the priority envelope, and then it came in this nice padded envelope, and I'll tell you what, you guys are gonna love this box. This box is like the coolest freaking thing in the world, at least in my opinion. Now, when I got it, when I pulled it out of the package earlier, the seal was already broken, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't used or anything like that. I'm certainly not gonna waste time trying to send it back and whatnot. So this box, if you guys can see in the light, it looks like a banana clip for a automatic, assault rifle. And I'm not going to argue semantics over the title on that. So, but when you open the box, right, open just like any other box, and in it, there's the knife, all wrapped in plastic, and it's kind of tricky to get out because the foam is pretty strong, holding it in there. And then it just comes, this little plastic sleeve, and you pull it out, and first things first, we're going to see how it works on the pocket. I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably just shove it in my pocket, especially with these pants. But I got it because it's small, it's fully automatic, and I really like the blade shape. They do have the black coated cleaver, which looks really cool, but I'll show you another knife in my collection that has the black, and I'll explain why I prefer to get the regular steel, not coated. So it works on the pocket pretty well. Like I said, I'll probably just go ahead and throw it in my pocket if I need to. But as you can see, it's nice and small. It's compact. Again, I have small hands, so that doesn't bother me. So the actual button is that silver dot right there up in the corner. You just hit it, and the stronger you press it, the quicker it opens. I mean, it's going to open quick either way, but nonetheless, yeah. It is a little bit sticky at first, and I think that's just because it is brand new, but it does open really quick. I like it. And the reason I bought this is because, as I'll show you, I have 3 other knives that are part of my EDC kit, but I don't want to carry those all the time. They are one's big, one doesn't have a pocket clip, and one's basically just a money clip. So, but I wanted one for self-defense that I could also use, like if I'm sitting here and I go to the store and I buy a block of cheese, I can easily just sit here and, it feels kind of dull, to be honest. I will do the paper test now that I've got a ton of it sitting in front of me. But I'm also not, I don't need razor sharp, but if I find someone who's good at sharpening knives, I do have friends who I think might be good at that. I'll ask them if they can do it, so let's see what happens. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not the sharpest knife. But it does, you know, if you get right in the middle, it will, you know, as long as you get in there with that tip. So, I mean, it's plenty sharp enough. It'll cut cheese. It'll cut fruit. I'm not worried about that. And in a self-defense situation, that point will do its job. So, like I said, over time, you know, I may have someone sharpen it or whatever, but I won't be using it daily. I don't buy cheese blocks daily, or, you know, I don't slice fruit while I'm sitting here on the couch daily, but there will be opportunities to use it. Part of the other reason I got this shape is because it is basically the shape of a box cutter, and that's the other thing. Since I'm going to be doing a lot of unboxings, I wanted something strong, something high quality that could open boxes, you know, anytime. The automatic is just because it's cool, and yes, it is legal in Michigan. For anyone who's going to even bother to comment that, I did check. And it's not like I'm going to be out in public every day with this anyways. Like, this would be something I would carry if I were going to go down anywhere through an area that I wasn't really comfortable being in, especially at nighttime. You know, for example, if I were to drive down to New Boston, where, for all intents and purposes, my father-in-law lives, you pass through, you know, the Detroit Metro Airport area, and some of the outlying areas there aren't really that great, especially at night. And there's parts, you know, of around me where I live that are quite, you know, toxic or dangerous if you're not careful. So, you know, I would say, so far as I can tell, I'm going to go ahead and give this knife a 10 out of 10. It appears as if, theoretically speaking, I could attach this clip to another hole, but I'm not sure on that. It does have a hole that I'm assuming you could use for like a lanyard or something like that. And, you know, it does have the thumb, but you can't actually use it because it has the latch, so you can't use that to open it. But when you are, you know, you could use that to hold it, and it does have the, I can't remember what it's called, but you know, the raised, the ruffles, so to speak, for extra grip. So yeah, I'm really happy with it, and I'm going to show you where it fits in with the lineup of my EDC. And like I said, I don't carry all of these things everywhere every day. I do have a backpack over there that I used for my road trip that does have virtually anything you can need: toilet paper, paper towel, first aid kit, all that stuff. And these pieces would go in there if I were going on a road trip of any great distance. And then if I had to go on foot, most of these things would end up in my pocket for easy access. So again, I'm just going to show you Böker Plus Sub Kalishnakov Cleaver. They do have a full-size Kalishnakov, but, you know, and I'll show you when you guys see my Smith & Wesson that I'm going to show you. Full-size knives are great, but sometimes it's just nice to have something, you know, like in terms of guns, for example. If I were to own a gun, I would own a Glock 25 or either a Sig Sauer Smith & Wesson 380, something small, compact, you know, fits tight to my body, fits right in my hand. I don't personally want, you know, one of those big 45s or the 50 caliber Desert Eagles, for example. I mean, they're cool, but they're not really practical. So that's all I'm going to say about the Böker Plus. Now, you'll have to forgive me, I can't remember the name of the exact brand. I think it's Travel Lambo. But this is my wallet. It's a money clip wallet. It's really thin. I mean, it seems thick because it's got all my crap in it. But it's got, you know, a pocket here. It's got a pocket here. It's got the 3 card slots. It's got another pocket in here which has money in it right now. There's another pocket here that has money and a card in there. And then it's got the actual magnetic clip. And I'll tell you, this magnet is strong as you can imagine. It holds this credit card size multi-tool. It's got screwdrivers, a bottle opener, and whatnot. And it holds that and several bills all at once. And you guys can hear it. I'll put it in here. Now it's against the one side of the magnet. It's not going anywhere. And cool enough, on top of that being magnetic, I don't think the multi-tool itself is magnetic, but the clip of the money clip being magnetic helps hold this, which again I can't remember the exact name, but I mentioned it. I used it in my other videos. The Gerber money clip knife sticks right to that, so I put those in my pocket right together. This is actually a knife. This is a very old school pocket knife with pearl in the handle. We're not really sure which side of my family came from. My dad had it in his sock drawer for a very long time, and then it finally got to me. I've tried sharpening it and cleaning it. It does need another cleaning apparently, so I'll pull out the CLR that I bought today at the dollar store and give that a good scrub. But I've sharpened it. It's pretty sharp. But this I just mostly carry for nostalgia. This would not do me any good in a self-defense type situation. Again, that's something that I would use to cut boxes, and I have used it to cut fruit and cheese. But for a real self-defense situation, I'm going to use my Smith & Wesson MP40 with the glass breaker on the end. It doesn't have the seatbelt cutter like some do, but you wouldn't need it. The reason I like this is because it's got the locking mechanism so that when you see the red, you can open it. It's got the thumb stud, or whatever over here, and you can open it with the thumb part over here. And it opens nice and quick. It's nice and sharp. It's partially serrated, which I like, but as you guys see, it does have that black Teflon coating, which looks cool, but wouldn't last long if I used this every day. And then the last sort of knife type thing I showed you guys in the unboxing and review video is my Viking Revolution folding beard comb, which I do need to actually use a few more times so it gets the oil in there. I didn't use any of the Viking Revolution beard products today, but I will do so tomorrow. I washed it Friday and Saturday, and I put oil and balm in it yesterday, and it still smells great. It's getting super smooth, so I'm still really happy with those products. My next thing is the Bell & Howell tactical flashlight. It goes from wide to narrow. It's got 3 different, shades. It's got the strobe, and then it's got the SOS. Sorry for anybody that may have caused a stroke. So it's got 5 functions. Brightest, bright, least bright, strobe, and SOS. It zooms in and out. And the cool thing about this one is I actually have another one that doesn't. If you guys see the metal ring on there, that's actually a magnet. So like you could stick it to the underside of your car hood, for example. I've stuck it to my refrigerator, the underside of the table next to my bed. Quick access, you don't lose it. It does have the wrist thing, but unless you're going on a long walk, you probably wouldn't use that. And I haven't used this in a long time, but it is a really cool thing. I couldn't tell you where I got it, probably Five Below. It is a lightning cable USB charging bracelet. It's short, but if you're somewhere, for example, where you can sit right next to an outlet, or you have your computer and you forget a cord, this is just one side of the USB, but when you put it in the slot, it will charge, and obviously that's the lightning end. But when you're not using it, you just slide this together, and then you've got a cool little bracelet. It does work. I think it came from Five Below, but it really, really does work. So I have been known to wear that even when I had battery cases on my phone. I don't currently have one because the two battery cases that I had for the iPhone 6 don't work for the 7. The camera proportions are not the same. And again, that's just how it goes sometimes. And because, I mean, my phone is paid off outright and I'm going to use it till it dies, but I don't generally ever need a battery case. And if I do, I probably won't get one simply because by the time I need one, I will have gotten a new phone. So the last two things I want to show you go together. And there's nothing special about them. You know, just a notepad and a pen. You know, you always want to have, it doesn't matter whether, you know, you're writing notes to yourself or like if you know, scratch somebody's car door, whatever, you should always have this either on you or in your car if you're in the car. I try not to go anywhere without at least a pen, just so that for whatever reason, if I need to write something down, I can. There are other pieces that I've used for EDC. I have a reflective slap bracelet for being out at night. I have headlamps, you know, extra shoelaces, headphones and whatnot. But these pieces right here are going to be the main setup that I've got. Like the next time I go out public tomorrow, for example, I may leave the money clip at home. It's holding a nice large bill for me just for emergencies. So I may leave this at home and carry this simply because it's small and easy to carry. The comb doesn't go with me everywhere. If I were going to be out of the house for like several hours, or I was going to be somewhere overnight, like if I were going to stay at my mom's overnight, then I would bring it instead of, I mean, I could bring the other comb that I showed you guys, the bigger wood one, but why not just bring that one? You know, because then if I'm sitting on the couch at my mom's house, I can just comb away. So that's all for this video. I am expecting either today or tomorrow a package of, you know, unbranded, I mean, there is a brand, I can't remember the name, and the link to this knife will be in the description. If there's any other pieces that you guys would like links to, leave it in the comments and I will post them in the description or in the comments as a reply. But for now, I'm just going to do this because this was the main focus of the video. But as I was saying, the next video will be the unboxing and review of whatever the brand is. The link will be in the description, but they are strap loops for the Fitbit Flex 2. As you guys can see, that right there is actually a custom one made that I made myself out of one of those plastic twist tie things that comes on a bag of the donuts that you get from the grocery store. And it's worked, but I'd like something real, something durable, something meant for it. And this is a 2-pack, and I believe they're black, but they have black, gray, and hot pink, and they're durable. So that will be the next video. Last thing, little update. My tattoo artist is in Chicago doing a convention right now, but if anyone in the local Detroit area or who happens to be in Chicago is interested in tattoos, look up American Pride Tattoos. His name is Sean Cook. Just give him a call, find him on Facebook, shoot him a message, you know, send him pictures if you got him, whatever. Guy does amazing work for a really good price, and he's a pretty cool dude. So, but when he gets back from Chicago, I will be getting my touch-ups done. As I mentioned in the last video, the 3 letters in the end of the tag here kind of got healed over, but you know, you can still see him, so he'll know where to trace over. Other than that, I did get, you know, another bottle of tattoo soap, but you know, I talked about that in one of my other earlier videos, so I'm not even going to bother with that. And yes, this is a Roswell, New Mexico shirt. I did get it in Roswell, New Mexico. Yes, I believe in aliens. mentioned that several times. So thanks for watching. Check out the link in the description. Let me know what you think. As always, thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching.